Hello, so after several weeks of using this, the Philips Sonicare HealthyWhite Plus, the HX891104, I'm here to give you my thoughts, feedback and opinion on what I think this brush is really like to use on an everyday basis. So there's a lot to like about this mid-range electric toothbrush, but there are a few things that could put you off as well. And let's start off with what I think to be the biggest negative with this electric toothbrush, and that's the price, unfortunately. The RRP is some £150. Typically, you're going to be able to purchase this for £60 to £70, and on a good day, maybe a little bit less. We've actually seen it as low as £45, which is a bargain. Over 3 years, which is a time period we like to price the brushes over, that works out at 13 pence per day. So for this mid-range electric toothbrush, that's quite pricey when you get a lot of equivalent brushes around 30, 35, maybe £40. So when this is generally 60 to £70 and essentially double the price, it's got to offer a lot. And it does in many respects. The box contents is a little bit limited. You get the brush handle, you get the diamond clean brush head, a small travel cap and a charging stand, which is fairly standard for a mid-range electric toothbrush. Where this brush really comes into its own, I think, are the value added extras in terms of what's built into the brush handle and the quality. It feels super solid. I'm a big fan of Philips Sonicare. They're a name that you can kind of trust and rely on, and they back that up with a 2-year warranty. The brush feels solid in hand. It's got a bit of a clinical look to it. I mean, it's white. It's a matte white rather than a gloss white finish. There's not really a lot of grip on the handle, but it's hard to see. There is like a weaved textured material in the back of the brush handle, which just catches the light sometimes and actually is more grippy than you might think, but there's just not big swathes of rubber or large plastic grips on this brush handle. On the front there are a few coloured accents in this kind of mint green on the power intensity settings and the power on button, as well as on the bottom of the brush as well, which adds a nice sort of touch, I suppose, makes it look a little less clinical. It's not going to be to everyone's taste, and the recessed power button also offers a sort of grip for your thumb there as well. So the brush has 2 cleaning modes, clean and white, as well as 3 power settings. You've got low, medium and high, and as that kind of implies, you can change the amount of power that's delivered from the brush head and the motor that's internal to this brush, and you find the one that suits you. The brush head itself supplied is a diamond clean brush head, which can help whiten teeth, improve the health of your gums and remove more plaque than a manual toothbrush. It's fully user removable and replaceable like so, and is one of a range of different brush heads available from Sonicare for this brush handle. You should replace it every 3 months. You've got the indicator bristles on the brush head to indicate when it's time to change. You press the brush on by pressing the power button. You press the power button again to turn it off or to change the cleaning modes. You have this intensity button here, which you can press up and down like you would a volume control to change the LED notification lights here from 1 to 3, 1 being the lowest power setting, 3 being the highest. When you change the cleaning modes, you'll actually have a little LED light up above the name of it, and you've also got a battery status icon as well. When you're using the cleaning modes of this brush, it has got a timer built in that helps you with your clean. So it's a 2-minute timer, and that also has what's called a quad pacer built in, which at 30-second intervals will pause the brush head motion and the sound of the motor and basically identify or alert you to the fact you need to change quadrants, and you have 4 quadrants of the mouth, each that you should spend 30 seconds cleaning. At the end of the 2-minute clean, the brush actually automatically turns itself off, which is not only a power saving technique, but it's a way of alerting you that the clean is over. Now, the battery life of this brush is really impressive at 3 weeks or 84 minutes. Now that's on the lowest power setting on this brush and on the standard clean mode, so it may be a little bit different if you use one of the higher power settings or the white mode. but at 3 weeks this is really impressive. The charging stand that comes provided connects to the bottom of the brush here. You'll see a little recess into which a prong on the top of the charging stand fits, so it sits on like that. It's a nice secure fit, it doesn't really wobble about, and the charging stand works internationally, so it works from 110 volts through to 240, making it good for travellers. Okay, this doesn't have any travel functions in the sense of a travel cap or a case, but the charging stand will work, and you probably won't even need to take a charging stand when the battery life lasts as long as it does, that 3 weeks. There is also an easy start mode on this brush, which means the intensity of the brushing can be increased over 14 cleans, which is a nice way to get yourself used to using an electric toothbrush if it's the first time you've used one, and it's a strong recommendation to use if it is the first time, because the power differences from an electric toothbrush compared to a manual are quite considerable. So there's a lot to like about this brush. It feels nice and solid, it's got good quality kind of in the hand, and it feels it and just looks it. The Philips Sonicare name is one that you can kind of trust, and there's the 2-year warranty. It's water resistant, don't submerge it in water if you can help it, it's not really designed for that. It's got a good battery life, it's got the automatic power off, there's a lot going for it, but it's just that price that is one thing that really holds me back from giving this a cracking review. It's scored 3 out of 5 in my opinion. It needs to do a little bit more both in price and the box contents to be rated higher than that. I think you can get better value options, albeit the clean is very good from this brush. So there's a full written review that accompanies this video over at electricteeth.co.uk. But until next time, thanks for watching.